All right, welcome everybody. Thank you all for joining. Welcome to some Shroud of the Avatar. Now, I have not streamed Shroud for a little bit. I don't know, it's been at least more than a month. And so this is my town here that I live in. This is my character here. And yes, I look pretty pretty wide-eyed and inquisitive, maybe even a little bit afraid. I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh, shy too. Can't quite look at us. All right. So, he's in armor. I built all this armor for myself. It's not the best in the world, but I built it for myself. And so, you know, proud of that. And then, let's see here. Let me put this mask on. This is a Murky Dragon mask. And this, you can win one of these in the giveaway, ! Giveaway in chat, link in the description in YouTube. You gotta make sure, right here, you've got to make sure you put in your character name in the game. If you don't put in your character name in the game, we can't send it to you. This will be sent to you via in-game mail. And so you'll need to make sure that you have that there. So, all right. If you have not seen Shroud of the Avatar, it is not. It's not free to play, is it? Well, it's free to try, and it's not very expensive. In fact, I don't even know what the price is currently. Wow. I should know that. We're an authorized reseller for them. Probably should know that. And so, anyway, I have a home here. It's not very big. I used to have a big old place, but now I have just this little plot of land back here. It's my little clock tower. I have a dungeon down here and everything. And then I have a few things in here, you know, like, I don't know why, but I put a shark statue in here. It just felt like the right thing to do. Don't ask me why. I don't know. And of course, I'm here at the waterfront because I love fishing. Yeah. And I'm good at it, too. Now, Shroud is a little bit different game if you haven't seen this, in the fact that there's no skill caps. It's just harder to level stuff up, and of lesser benefit the higher you go in it. And so you get 100 skill and you're doing really nice, but if you were crazy, you could do like 125, which would take you probably 2.5 times as long as it was to get to 100, and it would give you, you know, not even 25% more skill gain. It'd probably give you more like 5 or 10% more. So, so you're on their website and it does have a tab saying play free. Well, give it a shot. So then we are a business partner with Shroud of the Avatar, and what we do is, if you need Kodos, you can get them from us. That's the in-game, one of the in-game currencies. It's kind of like Plex, very much like Plex. If you play Eve, you know what Plex is. And then we also, this is one of the few games where we buy and sell. What? My stuff's going down? Wait, what? Unlearning? No, wait, what? Oh my god, there's been some changes made and I just used a skill and stuff dropped. I gotta figure out what's going on. So the wow, that was surprising to me. I'm glad that came up and showed me that. I might have been really unhappy if I had dropped a bunch. Anyway, but we can sell you things like houses and stuff in here We buy them from players and we resell them, and a percentage of each one of those sales goes back to Portalarium, who makes the game, to help fund more development of the game. So we actually support the external market that is not allowed in most games. It is in this one. So, okay, so I think that since this just happened to me and I was not expecting it, let's look here. This is my skills. And I went down in bladed combat. It says I'm unlearning it. Blades. Why is that set to unlearn?
Welcome to the
I
Dragons.
have a lot of pooled experience here. Zauron, thank you for the following. Welcome. In this game, so this is a medieval fantasy game. It's very sandbox. Very, very sandbox. You can do anything in here. And so they don't tell you what to do in here. But there's a shit ton of stuff to do. And so you can have all these different skills and everything, but it works a little bit differently than any other skill system you've seen before. So as I use skills, I gain in those skills. And as I... but I have to have pooled experience. So if it was set at 0 and I earned like 10 experience for whatnot, that might not be enough to move the mark on whatever it is I'm training in, because 10 points might not be enough to get another tick onto it or whatever. And especially the higher up you are in the skill, the more points it will require to move it up. And so by having a ton of pooled experience here, like a whole bunch of experience sitting in this pool here, it allows me that every time I do an action, it's a really good amount that goes toward each thing by keeping this pooled experience. And that builds up by doing actions that you're not training, but you get skill points for them and they go into your pool. It's a very, very different way of thinking on character development. I mean, I don't know of any other game that does it this way. And I get it now, but I can tell you that it took me a really long time to really get the flow of how that worked. But when you are a new player, it doesn't matter much. Just have at it. Let everything go free. It's like running around naked. You know, when you're young, it doesn't matter. When you're older, people kind of look at you funny. But as a brand new character, it won't matter. So, so here it says that I'm unlearning this. I don't want to do that. Not training, will not gain any experience. Training. Okay, so that was set to that. Maybe I need to look through here on my stuff and make sure that I don't have anything set to unlearning, because obviously I did, and maybe I didn't mean to. While I'm in here, I may as well... So I may as well tell you a little bit about what the skills are. There are adventuring skills and there are crafting skills. Adventuring could be seen as combat skills, but it's not 100% combat. And crafting could be really seen as working toward making things or commerce. And so in here, in the adventuring, we have some primary stuff in combat. You have shield. You could be somebody who's just where you put all of your... This may sound so dumb. You could put all of your skill points into shields and deflecting damage, and at the same time animal taming, and let your animals give them commands where you don't have a sword, you don't use any spells or anything like that. You could do a really weird setup like that if you wanted to. Blades, a bunch of different skills. These are special maneuvers within that, and you have to train these up. Light armor, ranged, meaning crossbows, bows, bludgeoning, weapons that are blunt and usually very heavy. Heavy armor, and which I'm wearing heavy armor right here, and pole arms, which is like a halberd, banchard, other pole arms. There's a bunch of them. Then in magic, which you can be a combination of all of these things. So like you can see here, I'm in armor, which really conflicts with magic. But yet I have pretty good skills in my sun magic here. I mean, I'm not expert, but I have a lot of skill points in here. I'll have trouble casting wearing this. So I would probably want to use other weapons. But I do have a whole mage outfit, and I can change into that, and I can start going around and playing as a mage. And so I am, call me dual skilled, that I actually do, I think it's bludgeoning. Where's my weapon? Oh no, did I accidentally put it in the bank box? I put some stuff in the bank box earlier. Or is it in here? Oh my. Or is it in my hand? Oh, it's in my hand. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I do bludgeoning. And so that's my main deal. And I am set up here. Let's see here. Oh, I'm on the wrong skill sets here. So I can change this. And now I'm in my... that's another skill to be able to swap decks and change setups more quickly. Kind of like you do in a lot of RPGs and stuff. And so these are all special moves that I can do with this. And I do have some magic in here. But it's light stuff that will work most of the time, even with armor like healing. So, all right. I'm going to look through the rest of these and make sure I don't have any down arrows. Oh, see, now I have down arrows on this. And I don't want it to go down. This has a requirement of 20. Oh, no, it has a requirement of 10. See, these went down. Gosh. So, let's see. And that's water, moon, air. These are all the different types of magic. Death. Death magic is hard. Fire, which I'm primarily fire. And then there's chaos, which I don't have much in there. So, and then there's tactics, taming, focus, which is meditation, more mana. So, and subterfuge, which I'm going to set that at equal there too. Subterfuge is the skill of like stabbing people in the back, walking stealthily, being nimble. Like being able to jump from really high locations and land behind people and stuff like that. So, okay, that's in that. And then in crafting here, which you might think, here's another interesting thing, is that my original school of thought before starting to play this game was that I needed to have multiple characters to do multiple things. And I've done a little bit of that, but in the end, what I have found out is that one character can do all things. But it takes a hell of a lot of training, and it takes a lot of thought into putting together how you have set up your character. You cannot do everything, but there are ways to do most things. And so you might run into a case where you need a second character, second account. You can multi-box in this game. It's not a violation of the terms to multi-box, and I've done it before. And for the most part, I've ended up just sticking on my main character here because he can do most everything. So, all right, mining, forestry. I have a miner that's better, but I'm gonna just keep working on my guy here. Fishing, I love fishing. Yeah, you guys will find that out. Field dressing, which this is the skinning of animals and stuff. Foraging, the harvesting of plants. And then there's butchery, what to do with that meat, and other things. Smelting, that's the melting of metal. Milling, which is carpentry, the refining of raw woods. And should be field undressing. You are so right. Textiles, that is the weaving of fabrics and cloth, leathers. Agriculture, oh my god, you can have a farm in here. It is possible. There is all kinds of farming. And tanning, which is more leatherworking, but more like taking very raw tanning stuff and working with it. And then there's blacksmithy. There's carpentry, tailoring. Look at that. I got a 100 on tailoring here. So, yeah. Alchemy and cooking. I have 2 grandmasters. When you hit 100, you got a grandmaster. So bludgeoning, combat, and tailoring. Kind of an odd combination, but you in this game, you are what you do. So, yeah, you are what you do. All right. I think that I addressed these that went down. Hopefully. That was a little unsettling. So, we should have new rewards today. They'll be in green. No new rewards today? Oh. Well, let's see here. Let me see here. So, and get in on the mask giveaway. You must give us your character name. We are going to send you the mask in-game. It's one world for everybody, so you don't have to know what server you're on or anything, because there is no servers. It is one world. Everybody is in here, just like Eve. And, in fact, more so than Eve. Because in Eve, China has a separate server. There's no separate servers in here. And, but we have to have your character name in order to send you that. All right. Let's go through, kind of quickly, some of the release stuff here. It's release 70. It's the 70th month in a row that they have done a content release. Patches for, bugs, but also new stuff in the game and everything. So, and I'm just going to go through this kind of quickly. And if you don't know much about Shroud of the Avatar is real heavy on storyline. I don't care about storyline. I don't care about doing quests and stuff like that. That is not my thing, and I do just fine in the game with ignoring all of that. But those of you who really dig questing and stuff like that, the questing in here is very, very deep. There is a ton of it. So, anyway, so we've got some new stories and scenes. This is some sort of village that's up in the trees. We've got, and by the way, that is probably an actual screenshot. We've got Pumpkinhead and his minions return. I guess it is coming up on Halloween. Do they have seers like back in UO? So, yes. Yes. And they are called... Gosh, what are they called? Here's the very interesting thing about it. Like the seers were in UO, seers had to be be chosen and everything. And then there was counselors. In here, there are... What is frick is their name? Starts with an H. And it is a title that you give yourself, and then you start acting in that part. And so you do not have to be trained or anything, but you'll get called out if you don't know what you're doing and you're being there to help. Hospitaliers. Thank you, Ginger. Yes, hospitaliers. And so if you are responding to people needing help and you're a hospitalier and you have no knowledge of anything, maybe that's not so good. But it is something that anybody can do. So, nightmares arriving in time for Halloween. New rare boss level equines are full of fire and death. Beware unwary avatars. For your doom may await, find these rare enemies and some random encounters in Novia and Hidden Vale. Novia and Hidden Vale. They're two different islands. So, combat, some new skills, Taming Frenzy, Solar Flare, Rainbow Blast combo. What? Am I going to shoot different colored lasers all simultaneously? This new combo created from Solar Flare and Douse has the effects of a unicorn rainbow attack. I don't even know what it is. The game is deep enough now, even though I've been playing it for a while, it is deep enough now that it's very much like Eve. You will never know everything. It just won't happen. Anybody who says they know everything is wrong. They don't really know everything, do they? If they say they know everything. Yeah, don't believe them. That'd be your first clue. Combo attunement, summoned Will-O-Wisp. So, gives the ability of Will-O-Wisp to hit enemies. Summoned Phoenix balance. And I have Phoenix. Receive much needed balance, including additional damage over time effect. Primary attack. So let's see here. Can I... Here is Fire Elemental. Fizzle chance, 100%. Here, let me take off some clothes and then I can cast it. I know. Take off my clothes. All right. Now I'm at a 35% chance to fizzle. All right. There we go. Okay. So that is one little trick. So this is a minion, and I am able to then put my stuff back on and use the minion here. So, and she'll follow me around and everything. Supposedly. Oh, I got to spell right too. I'm telling her to follow me and she's not. Thought I could use a verbal command with her. What is your deal? Did I, because I put this back on, did, because I put this stuff back on, do you now disobey me? That would be very interesting. There we go. I set her to follow kind of nearish. What? You're able to walk through those walls? That's not right. She likes doing that too. There isn't all that much to Eve after you get into it, unless you're a spod brain. Well, I don't know about that. So, yeah. I love fishing. And you can pull up all kinds of stuff in fishing in here. It's, caught nothing, but yet I went up in a level in fishing. Mm-hmm. Alright. So, Ward Spiders, creature variant was added to the last release. Unique visuals. Point. This emote will no longer face players flagged as PvP. I wonder if it did that before for some reason. Teleporters, changing, attenuation, gust bugs fixed. Crafting an economy, nightmare trophy. Craft the head of a nightmare, assuming you're able to kill one in the first place, into this amazing trophy. Which there are trophies. I wonder if I can. I wonder if anybody around here has trophies. Let's go into the inn. I think this is an inn over here. Let's see what's in here. I think there's a community area in here. This is all player built and designed All right, so these dragon heads up here, these are all trophies. And so we have a couple that our guild has done. I don't have them up in... I don't have them displayed anywhere at the moment. One of the tenets of this game is that everything should be interactive. So like, I can turn the light on and off and everything. This back here, I don't know if it's actually going to work. Yeah, this is an Edelman automation, which also I think will ding at the top of the hour, if I remember right, or dings twice a day at noon and midnight, something like that. And so, yeah. All these different toys and stuff. Can I kill a dragon? I have done dragons in groups. I cannot kill one on my own, I don't think. So, do you think this game's hard to get into? A little bit. A little bit. But, there's no monthly subscription on this. It's buy and play. And so, and there's a lot of
Hail
good people
to the
in
Dragon
the game.
King, baby.
A lot of good people in the game. Sean Butts. Woohoo! 49 months as a sub. And so thank you very much for that. That's 1,960 gold to everybody here in Sean's honor. Sean, nice to see you. In fact, Sean making an appearance here. This place is owned by Sean. In fact, he owns this whole town. In fact, I would have told you today you could buy your own town from us if we hadn't have sold it like 2 days ago. So, yeah, we sold an entire town a couple of days ago. It was a big ticket item. And anyway, so he's probably decorated all of this and everything. So, all right, let's see what else we got here. Anything interesting? Dragon stone to ancient stone, transition recipes, fruit, vegetable, and seed supplies. The numbers of fruit, vegetables, and seed supplies on the NPC merchants has increased to 100,000 each at the request of players. And if scarcity we celebrated for years to come. Wow. All right. Player towns and player housing. Player-owned town water type changers. At the request of players, we're adding the ability to change the type of water used when fishing in your player-owned town by placing and then using a saltwater or fetid water statue. All player-owned towns are freshwater by default. These two statues are available in the Crown Shop. Sorry, no switching to lava. That's how this game makes its money. Really, because the game is darn cheap. Or is it completely free now? No, I don't think it's completely free. But you buy crowns. This is stuff that's on sale right now. But there is there's a lot of stuff in here. And you can get it from here. You also can get a lot of stuff from us. We in fact put in something. I'll show you here really quick. Because it's new. So, Shroud of the Avatar, Trusted Trader. And you can see here, we'll sell you gold. We'll sell you some other stuff. You know, well, actually we have all of these categories here. We actually have about 2,000, more than 2,000 items listed in here. But also, here's the town we just sold. And, let's just say that you were looking for a town and you want to know when it'll be restocked. Well, this one's not a very good example because we would make a unique listing for each one of them. But let's just say that this was a statue that you could put in your town. And it's out of stock. You can just put your email address in here and notify me when available. And then when it gets restocked, when we have another one, bam, it lets you know. So, holy cow, look at that list. Holy shit. That is horribad. Oh my goodness. Woof. Good thing that there's that list at the right. Wow. Yeah, I guess this category would be our most extensive one that could probably end up that way. So, anyway, you can get in on Marky Dragon Mask here. Gotta put in. This has got to be your game name, though. So, okay, let's see if there's anything else here really earth-shattering in the release notes. Global limits for containers is now one global container limit for properties instead of separate limits for interior and exterior containers. Container placement is no longer restricted based on location, so property owners are free to place all of their containers wherever they like. Interesting. I wonder if that's helped with my FPS, because my FPS seems better today. I have had problems in the past with my FPS, and with it being a Unity MMO. Bats and bugs decorations, and colored light fixtures. Double-sized ornate gust ball field. Oh, goodness. Obsidian order decorations. Small campfire and bonfire. That looks right. It's too close to that building for how hot it is. Performance. Unity upgrade. The team has moved to a much newer version of Unity. This should include minor performance and stability upgrades. Stability work. A handful of users struggled with stability issues. To try and address these, few optimizations to load times were removed. So add a small amount of additional load time, but should improve overall stability. I wonder. I'll turn on my FPS here. It's still not the greatest. You can't see it up in there, but I'm about 30 FPS, which is fine if I can stay above 30, but I've struggled with that with Unity. Most people will not have this struggle. It has to do with as many monitors as I have and having multiple video cards, etc. That Unity doesn't play well with that. So, spooky seasonal recurring items and reward program. Rewards. Join the rewards program. This is like a like a subscription you can do. It's not required, but should have some stuff. So these are all different rewards that you get. All right, and that's pretty much it. All right, so I think it's time to go out and adventure. I don't know where... Oh, there she is. Her name is One Hot Tamale. She's hot. In case you didn't notice. Hey, let me look my reagents here. Make sure I think I have enough. Yeah, looks like I do. Alright, if I'm going to go out fighting things, I want to take my dragon mask off. And, had decoration mode on. Turn that back off. Alright. So, I've gone to trying to be self-sufficient in here. Making my own stuff and everything. I actually like that a lot better. It means that I don't get quite as good a gear and stuff like that. Because I haven't put a whole lot of skill time into, you know, making armor and stuff. But I did make all of this. And I don't know if I made my own weapon or not. I don't remember. No, I didn't. So that would be a goal that I would have to make my own weapon as well. So, okay, now I should be able to do this light and not have skills go down like I had earlier. There we go. So I just had a couple of skills set wrong. Consumables and recipes, resources and components. A bunch of vendors here. Rares and artifacts, deeds, and houses plus dungeons. Ooh, let me look here. I have a dungeon. Citizen Benefactor Village Home. Citizen Founder Village Home. Edelman Benefactor Village Home. These are actually quite old things, and not many people use them anymore. But like the Edelman Benefactor, that came through when the game first came out. This is from Kickstarter. So, can I explain blessing and buff system in SotA? I can try. So I'll get some blessings on the way out of here, and I'll show you. There's crafted gear. Let's look here. Oh yes. All right. I don't think I need anything. Although, what does it say I've got? One or more of your tools are damaged. I really wish... Can I turn that tool notification off? Because I don't give a rat that a tool is not working right. So, up here, I have some stuff listed here. These are buffs or whatnot. And when you go out doing things like combat, or you're doing carpentry, crafting, or other things like that, this is one of the rare towns. It has all of these shrines here, and these all, if you dip yourself in the water, will give you a blessing of one sort or another. It is pretty rare to have all of these in one town. This is the town I live in, and there's actually a lot of really nice stuff in this town. Which, by the way, anybody can come live here. This is Crossroads. I'm sure that there are some properties available in here if you wanted to move in here. So it's not discouraged at all. You can live anywhere you want, as long as the town owner allows you. And so in here, unless something has changed, everybody is welcome. If you're an asshat, well, you can get kicked out, but you don't actually lose anything. If you did get kicked out, your property, everything in your property and stuff, would go to your bank box. So you wouldn't lose anything. It'd just be, a bit of an inconvenience. You'd have to be like finding a new home. So since I'm doing bludgeoning and I've got heavy armor, I might look at what the different things here would give me as a benefit. There are also some potions that can give you benefits. There's also some food that can give you benefits. So you could end up with like 3 or 4 different factors all giving you buffs at the same time. And some of them have debuffs that are included with the buffs. So you could end up with like an hour of less dexterity, but 8 hours of, more mana or whatever. Some of them you could have to wear off over time. So, but it's all figuring out, and you do it the way you want it. You don't have to do it the way anybody else says. It's just like in Eve. I play a lot of Eve. Eve, you play it any damn way you want to. It might be the wrong way to somebody else, but who cares? If it works for you, do it. So that's what we got in here. All right, so I'm not going to go too crazy on this stuff, but let's see. Magic resistance, fish and bait recovery chance if I was going out fishing. Combat health per second plus 1.5. Combat focus per second. Adventuring level. Combat dodge modifier. 25 health. Now let's just give myself a little extra health. And there we go. So now I have 10 hours of plus 25 health and plus 5 blacksmithing. Now, if I wanted to get rid of that, I could just go jump into a couple of other of these, and because you can only have 2 at one time. And so whatever the last 2 you go into are what you'll have. Nosferatu, hello. So focus. intelligence, if I was into majory stuff. Strength, which maybe is what I should do. And dexterity. Yeah, let's also do some strength. So, there we go. Now I've got both of those. There are some other potions I could use and stuff, and there's some other food. And I look at the food in here. I Bear Surprise, which gives me +4 health per second for 4 hours, +3 focus per second for 4 hours, +1 combat health per second for 4 hours, +0.8 combat focus, and +6 strength for 4 hours, and -2 dexterity for 4 hours. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat one of them, and it's gonna give me a bit more of a buff on this. And so here is the food buff, and I can actually do up to 2 different food things. So Dragon Stew is an 8-hour one, and so let me use that as well. And if you listen real closely, must have such a messy beard. I didn't hear him eating. Sometimes you hear him eating going, ugh. Sometimes he likes it, sometimes he doesn't. Alright, so I got 2 of those going. That's as much as you can do. So now I've got a whole bunch of extra buffs, and I am ready for combat. There's actually a couple more things I could do. They're potions. The potion other ones, though, last... the obsidian potions, they last like a week or whatnot, and I would only use those if I was going to be playing a lot of hours that week. Hey, Torque! So, you really don't understand the store. Let's see, you're confused. Is able to download and play for free, and you mentioned to be able to buy it earlier. Just download trial. There's content locked behind my wallet. You know, I don't know, Frown Bear. I actually don't know. Well, it's real life hours on those. I actually don't know, and I'm just thinking here about like our store. Let me go to our main category for this and see. All right, so here is here's Shroud of the Avatar Episode 2 Early Access, which Episode 2 is coming up. It's going to allow you to, I think, like ride mounts and stuff, some other stuff, and we sell mostly crowns. So full game access of Episode 2 when it's released. You'll have a title that you can add onto your character called Visionary if you want, some emotes, and early access to Episode 2 content as it's released. I think a couple of things have been, and other rewards announced. I don't know anymore if you have to have... Oh yeah, there's a couple of things that you can't do as a free player. You can do most, but there's a couple of things. I think that things of value like Kodos and stuff, I don't think you can trade them. Like, so it would stop people who are farming in the game on free accounts from like farming up a whole bunch of stuff and then handing it to other people and everything. There's a couple of little restrictions in there. I actually don't know what all they are. If you can play for free and you can do everything you want to, then do that. Perfect. If you need Kodos, come to us. If you need anything else, come to us. Look in our Trusted Trader section. We have a couple thousand different things in there. So, yeah, I guess that's my suggestion because I don't know. All right, we're going to head up to the overworld. So we're in a town right here. And while this is all one server and everything, this town is instanced. And so you come in here and... Oh, that goes to Crossroads Alley. Where does that go? Crossroads Estates. What? I didn't even know you had another town. All right, the Red Wagon here. It's going to go to Overland. When I was talking about farming, look at this farm up here. So there's nothing planted here at the moment, but this is a giant farm and a tree house. The engine that it's running on is Unity for the game client, and for the back end, I don't know. All right, I'm going to the overworld. There is no normal map in this, in the sense of a map. If any of you played the game Might and Magic, way back when, I mean like 20 years ago, then you would recognize this is the map. You actually walk across the map to go places. So that's my character down there. I can get kind of close, but I can get kind of far away. So Dan in a Can's telling me, and I trust what he says, he knows his shit. He's telling me that there is no free or paid players anymore, and that you can do the optional sub if you want to, where you get Kodos every month and some other items. So, all right. I guess as a free player, you can do everything. So, you've started moving away from Unity development due to engine limitations. I applaud you for that. There are some issues here with Unity, like the tracking of objects only uses one core of your CPU, when I have this. And so I'd be looking at this going, why is it only using one core? And it causes me lower frame rates in the game. I hope that they fix that at some point, or maybe they did and I just don't know it. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so in here there are uh-oh, what is that? Oh, it's a spider. Somebody else is here. That's their pet. All right. Surprised me. I thought maybe I was about to get attacked. So, all right. Let's see here. There are giant towns here. There are adventure areas. Go back to Eve. Suck it. So, anyway, yeah, friendly people in here. This game is still alive. See, there's people in here. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go. Where am I gonna go? I need some adventure. Let's see here. Where should I go? I think I'm gonna go up this way. I'm going to go to one of the crossings up here. There's one up here that has a lot of good content. There's also wandering mobs. Here's a skeleton. They should be pretty easy for me. Well, actually, I mean, it all depends. So this guy will attack me here, most likely. And then I get pulled in. And it might be extremely easy, or it might be very difficult. What's the matter, boy? There you go. And the community in this game is great. So, why is one core active? You know, it's the way Unity does this stuff in here. It's just really dumb. How they object tracking only one core, and I have, 32 cores or whatever. All right, so he was pretty easy to beat up. He has a little bit of stuff on him. Let's see here. There'll be some other stuff up here. Like, there's some ore. There's some resources in these. And this one might be extremely easy, or it could be one. There's some of them that just insane stuff spawns. And you're like, holy cow, I'm going to lose my life. There's some more ore. Alright, so then I can use this stuff against him. And these are pretty easy. Look at that stink. And other resources in here like harvesting trees, getting wood. If there was some, if this had flowers on it, I could get the cotton. Oh, there's some more ore. All of this stuff is used in making stuff as well. So, you know, just picking this up as I go by is kind of a good plan. And even if I didn't want to make stuff and I just wanted to sell raw materials, I could. So people would buy this ore from me. They'll buy the wood. Oh. Hey, buddy. You know, I'm just looking at this, and there are some improvements that have been made since I last played. It's probably been at least 2 months since I really played. A lot of floating screens. When you first start out, you're in a floating world. Oh, I got interrupted right at 98%. Really? All right. We'll take care of you, buddy. Easy enough. As a mage, I'd be lighting them on fire and everything. Which I could switch over to being a mage, but what just happened? Did I fail at it? I must have failed at it. I have a 98% chance and I failed at it. I choose where to put my skill points. I'm getting some skill points for chopping this down, but I probably am not skilling into better lumberjacking. Here's harvesting. This is foraging. And get some cotton. Now you can raise cotton. You can have farm raising cotton. And but wild cotton has a few more things in it. And we're gonna run out of here. We're gonna continue going to. There's a pass up here that may have some good content. I'll continue running up this way. This is a player-owned town, and so if it's called Milthlertharian, they're probably Elvish, and it has 2 vendors in it. It has some devotionals in it, and you can own your own town. It is very possible. It's not cheap, but you can own it. Hey, so we're going to go into Verbon Pass here. Are there moon gates? Yes, there are. They work a little bit different than they did in like Ultima Online. But moon gates here typically have stones around them. And they have different symbols around them, and depending on the movement of the moon is where it will take you. So How's this stack up against Pantheon and the other one? Well, I don't know what the other one is, and Pantheon I've never played. So, Jedi Master, this is free. So, it stacks up pretty good because you can try it, and if you like it, great. If you don't, fine. You're not out anything but some time exploring it. So, did I play the old RPG called Natuk? No, I never heard of it, actually. So, yeah. So, Nolith says, was told to do a quest in the starter town's outskirts, and at the end of the quest, you get a house deed. This is true. This is true. You can own your own house and property in here if you go through the beginning quests. At the end of those quests, it'll take you a little while to go through it. It will give you a property deed in the house. You can be a homeowner. You can then decorate your own place. There are two types of deeds, in essence. There are deeds that are tax-free, and there are deeds that are taxed. The one that you get for free is taxed. The tax-free deeds are stuff that was given out in like Kickstarter and stuff like that, or they've been converted. People use Kodos to convert them. So when we get deeds in our store on the used market, they typically are gone within a week. So we get a lot of the tax-free ones. They're quite valuable, and they start at like a couple $100. So, or you can earn it in-game. You can earn your way up to tax-free in-game. It's possible. It is possible. So, it'll take you a long time, but it's possible. You know, I'm feeling like the performance in the game is actually not bad. I'm liking it. So it is free to play, and let's just say that. Here, let me give you an example here. So this armor that I made here, let's say if I wanted to look all ornate, there could be another version of it that had some gold frills, or I can even have my dragon logo on my stuff here. But I'd have to buy that with Kodos. Kodos cost money in the game. You can get them from us. You can get them directly from the game. If you buy them from us, use your discount code, save yourself a couple of bucks, support the show, and then you use those in here, and there are some things that you can do, like, so here's a pattern pack. And so if you wanted this Adoris Guard armor, and you wanted to look like this, but you wanted to put it onto armor that you made, or that you bought from someplace else, but you wanted to have this look, which is pretty ornate, then you would buy this pack, 960 Kodos, and you would get these are limited patterns. I think you can apply to 6 different pieces or whatnot, is what it's saying here. And so, you know, you can apply it to 6 different outfits to make it look that way. And these happen to be on sale right now. They have these sales that I don't know, what do they go for, a day or for hours, or I don't know. But anyway, they do have this stuff. And I mean, like, look at this. It's even a cast iron furnace. I mean, come on, for your house. So if you want an ornate, you know, wood burning furnace with the pipes and everything, you even put the shit on your roofs and everything. You can do that. What's the best Kodo rate? I know that we sell them. I don't know how much they are. Let me look. And I think, so we have 10,750 Kodos for $100, or at the lowest we have 750 Kodos for $10. Do we list out in here? This bundle will give you 75 Kodos per dollar. All right, we do list them out in here. So 75 Kodos per dollar, or this one will give you 107 Kodos per dollar. So we've listed out in here exactly how much you get per, and it doesn't include using a discount code, because you use a discount code and then you'll save, how much is it? 3%. So Yeah, and so use discount code with that, which is exclamation point coupon in chat, link in the description in YouTube. Or if you're a sub, there is a subscriber one that equals a little bit higher percentage off, but you have to get into the Discord. You have to get into our Discord, attach your Twitch, and then within an hour it'll show up as a subs private chat, and there is a private code in there that is for people who are subscribers of the show. I give you a little bit extra bonus. Anyway, this is how the show is supported, guys. I want everybody to know that. Because it's important to me to be able to do these shows because I love what I do. Without the store, I couldn't do this. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm not saying you have to buy from us. It just would be nice if you're going to buy some stuff that you get it from us. And then we have all kinds of stuff like the used deeds and stuff like that. Or we even buy gold from players. So we have gold for sale, and we'll buy gold from you too. We have one gentleman in the Philippines that about once every 2 weeks he comes and sells us 1 million gold, and we send him the money. And U.S. dollars in the Philippines actually is quite good. So. This guy, I'm having a little bit more trouble kicking his butt. Well, maybe I should switch over to Magery. Yeah. And for those of you who, US dollars, or if you're using euros, which are stronger than the US dollar, or pounds, which are stronger than the US dollar, it'll save you a little bit too on that currency conversion. So. Yeah. I can tell you about this game, folks. I started working on this game in 2011. Or Canadian dollars, which is weaker? Yeah, I know. I don't have any help for you there. So, although we will buy stuff for store credit, and we'll give you extra store credit, and then you can turn around and buy any of the stuff you want for the store. So... yeah, we give a little bit better percentage for if you want store credit. But we're real picky on what we buy these days. We won't buy just anything. Mostly like gold or property deeds or stuff like that. Should stream the new player experience for this game? Roll a new character? No. Because there's a lot of questing to get your initial stuff, and I really hate questing. And you don't have to do that stuff. You can not do that stuff, but yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I really don't want to do it again. Because I really enjoy my character here, and I have 1,100 hours on this character. I have a lot of hours. I got a grasshopper out of there too. So you wouldn't get that in your farm version. And look at the water down here. Look at this. This nice little oasis. I mean... let's see what kind of fishing we got in here. Maybe I'm going to switch over to my Magery stuff, too. Oh, and the animals and creatures will fight each other. There's a skeletal mage up there that's shooting at a wolf, and something else is hitting the skeletal mage. Oh, it's an elemental. How funny. It's like everything. So, let's see here. Let me swap my decks here. Decks are another thing. Decks are very complicated, but they give you extreme power over stuff that you're doing. Okay, I'm gonna take my gear off here. I'm gonna switch over to Mage stuff. When we talked about having, you know, a logo on stuff and everything, you'll notice that I've got my Marquee Dragon logo on here. That's one of the things that costs money, though. I mean, just to get it put into the game. But at free to play and everything, you know. All right, so there we have it. Check that out. Don't I look fancy? Yeah. Okay, let me see here. Do I was wondering, let's see, skills, K. Adventuring, subterfuge. You've already learned the skill. Drag it to your hotbar. Gosh, I don't want to have to drag it into the hotbar to use it. How do I'm trying to remember how I can use this just as a one-off. Maybe I can't. Let's see. Summon imp. And I don't have the imp with me. Okay. So silent movement or camouflage. Camouflage allows a player who's not moving to hide themselves. All right. All right. So I have hidden myself here for a moment. And how long does that stay active? 1 minute. Yeah. The only free-to-play limit that you know of is you cannot talk in universal chat. It will cost you $2 for an orb, which we have on our store. We have those orbs. I actually didn't know what those were about. Does that mean I can't talk in universal? I never really paid attention to it. Oh yeah, I'm loading camouflage again. All right, I'm stepping away for just a second. I'll be right back, everybody. Hopefully I don't die. music. I camouflaged and it camouflaged my music too. All right. Let's get one more cast in here. See if we catch anything interesting. Where'd my audio go for the game? Is that what's going on here? No, there's music. Oh, I got a catfish. Oh, I don't know if I've ever caught a catfish before. Probably have. All right. The music in this game is amazing. It is really amazing. All right, let's get a fire elemental here. She'll help me out. Oh, clay. Got some worms too, which I use for fishing. All right, there's some more clay. Clay itself isn't very valuable, but the worms, I use them a lot. Oh, is she attacking somebody now? Oh no, I'm being attacked by a water elemental. All right, let's do this. Oops, I've got the wrong set here of stuff. All right, let's light you on fire. Alright, so I'm a fire mage. That is what I've chosen to specialize in, is fire. There's all kinds of specialties you can have. You can have air, water, fire, and stuff. Death magic? I've never done death magic. It's complex and hard. Yeah, it's pretty complex and hard. So, alright, Mr. Cultist. Oh, and by the way, I was stacking those. I can stack those attacks some. There, he's about dead. Here's some other fighting going on. It could very well be other creatures, it could be another player. The different creatures kind of fight each other a lot in a lot of different areas here. And here is a timber wolf that was killed up here. I'm gonna go ahead and skin him. Are there wands? Yes, and you can dual wield wands. I got a stave, but you can dual wield wands. My stave here is pretty special. I had a person in here, Arius, make it, and it is got a massive amount of the bonuses on it. This is a very complex stave, and so it's very nice to have. I've used it for quite a long time. It's been a very good weapon for me. I've had to have it repaired a couple of times too. Okay, what is that guy? Newborn cultist. Can I? There we go. Lit him on fire. Oh, and we got somebody else up here too. Alright. 2 of them. Alright. Both of them are toast. No pun intended. I also, with my setup, I have the ability to kind of transform into a full healer as well. I can play both roles. And if you go with both roles, then every time you do offensive like fire and you're doing healing, your healing is less the next time you cast it. But if you just keep on all the healing spells over and over again, they become more beneficial to others. Fire doesn't hurt me as long as it's my own fire. If it's other people's fire, then it hurts. Or friendly fire actually doesn't hurt you. See if I can get both of them at one shot on that. I can. I did. All right. I also get up there and beat him with my stave. But that can end up getting some wear on your stave. So I don't do that if I don't have to. You're asking about wands. Somebody was asking about wands. I just picked up a wand. Well, I got a couple of them. There's a lesser wand. And so you have 15% less chance of fizzling your magic when carrying these wands. And so you can do 2 of them. So it'd be minus 30%. Now, I don't know if it would be... I don't know if that equals actually minus 30% or if that equals minus 15%, minus 15%. Which would be a different number than a total of 30. It'd be less than that. I believe. If... Depending on how they're doing it. Let's see what we got up here in this house. Uh-oh, I'm hearing skeletons. These guys are not very difficult for me. Do they make crazy kung fu moves when casting with 2 wands? Actually, they might. There's a lot of different moves in this game, a lot of different animation type things. This is Shroud of the Avatar, and it's free to play. You can get it at shroudoftheavatar.com. You can get episode 2 through us, $20. You get episode 2 content, otherwise everything else is free. The episode 2 content, episode 2 actually hasn't released yet, so there's a little bit of content available for it right now. Uh-oh, I'm getting hurt. I guess I better heal up. Alright, I was trying to mine this up here. This is a sandbox game. It's like, what's the objective of Eve? Well, there's a lot of things you could call an objective in it. You'd be objective, do all the quests if you wanted to. Uh-oh. This guy just spawned right here. Alright. There's some more of the resources up here. Oh, that's an elemental. Kind of hurts when he hits you. Oh, we got multiples. Alright. Alright, kick their butts. I don't know what kind of loot they're going to have. Some sand and granite. A little bit of gold. How's my weight doing? I'm at 158 of 522. Plenty. I don't know if I can get up here. What's even up here? Nope. This doesn't look like I'm supposed to be up here. Oh. Oh, I'm getting up here. And I'm up to nothing. Well, it's a good view, I guess. Could have a house up at a place like this. Actually, I don't think you can place a house here. But all right. I'm making it up through here where I don't think anybody's supposed to be. Holy cow. Where am I going? It's quite a good view up here. Oh, look at that giant statue over there. Holy cow. Am I gonna like get totally out of bounds out here? And like fall out of here? Like, I don't think there's supposed to be anybody back here. Oh no, I found the barrier's edge. It looks like I should be able to walk up that, but I'm at the edge. Yep. Alright. Heading back down. Field up here, some wild horses. Some ore down here. Should have screenshotted it. Oh well. Another time. Now these horses won't bother me. Not unless I accidentally hit them. Or something. Well, they're fighting something up here. Oh, they're fighting a timber wolf. Oh, now they're getting fought too. Now, if these horses accidentally run into my fire up here, then they will start to attack me. I'm very stunned here. Now we have a horse attacking as well. Sorry, horse. I was wondering what was setting off all my cameras. They're mowing my lawn. Alright. Cameras kept going off. Boy, there's a lot of stuff. Oh, there was 3 elementals. Alright. I didn't realize there was so many. Let's see here. Let's turn up the music a bit. Didn't hear the music a little bit more in here. So the spell icons keep popping up and down. Oh goodness. Jeez, guys. Because I'm using a card deck system for fighting, and that is where the cards pop up, and then I choose between the cards, and I get bonuses for doing that, as opposed to having them all just fixed and set. And if they were fixed and set, then they would be there all the time, and I could fire them off right away. I wouldn't have to choose from what's available. But at the same time, they'd be less effective. So that's why they keep popping up and down. Now, I have this fire field around me here. It's amazing that I don't catch the whole field on fire. Alright, let's go check out what the deal is with this big statue. If we can get up to it. I don't know if we can. I suspect we can. It's huge. Yeah, well, I'm on his foot. Doesn't look like there's anything up here. But there is some sort of land bridge up here. Oh, yeah. So, there is a structure under the ground here. Let's see, oh, that hurt a little bit. And let me heal up. All right. So there is can I get up here? There we go. So there is stuff down here. I don't know if I'll fall through that. Guess not. There's an area down there where you can cause a spawn that could get pretty difficult. There goes a dragon behind the mountains over there. That dragon back there. So let's see here. They're fighting something over there. Those are NPCs. So, oh, it doesn't look like I can open it from this door here. All right. There's a spawn in there, and it'll ramp up. What is she fighting? Oh, there's a skeleton right here. All right. Some dark clouds there. There goes the lawnmower guy in the corner. Can barely see him. He's got a riding mower. I hear my alarms going off, the proximity stuff. Do I have a map of this dungeon? There might be a map somewhere of it. I don't really have anything. So, Kondar. I do have like a Featherfall Hagop. It's a skill actually, and it's called Safe Fall. And so I can fall from a pretty high distance and do okay. Does it populate as you explore?
Welcome to the Dragons.
Like, do things pop up whenever you get close? A little bit, but I don't know that it's that way. This okay, so this game is something very special in the way that it does stuff. Serena, thank you for following. Welcome. And what's special about it is that it is distributed computing for the server. What I mean by that is that the everything that's going on here in this area, like if there's multiple players in here, we're gonna have my computer is handling part of the server side calculations for everything going on in here. And if there's nobody in this area, then there's not going to be anything happening in this area. Because there's nobody doing the computational processing or whatever. And so you can conceivably get a whole bunch of people in here and sharing the load. And you know, doing what would really stress a single server, but it's distributed. So it's very different. Very rarely have I seen any instances where this caused any issues. Mostly this just seems to work. I don't know of any other games that use this method. It's kind of unique. You know, this is a Richard Garriott game. And Richard Garriott, you know, godfather MMOs, creator of Ultima Online and everything. And he does a lot of very alternative thinking and ideas for how to tackle problems in games or how to create content and everything that are not traditional. And through that, he has some failures, but he also has some successes. And this distributed computational model works. I haven't seen anybody else use it, but it works. And so a portion of my CPU, especially since I have probably the strongest CPU in the area, if there's other people in here, I'm probably handling the most of it. They have servers on their end too, but those servers on their end, they're just checking to make sure that there's no funny business going on with the you know, the computations that I'm doing for everybody else or that they're doing for me. So I think that's kind of the easiest way to explain it. That may not be 100% correct, but it is close to that. All right, let's go find another area to work in. Something with a little more challenge. Was the population in here? I really don't know. You can't look at the Steam numbers because I think the majority of the people do not use the Steam client. It is available on Steam, but I think the majority of people do not use the Steam client, and so you can't go by those numbers. Let's see here. All right, that is down there. Yeah, let's go up this way. Let's see if we can go up into a proper dungeon. I don't know. A traveler. What is a traveler going to equal? Ha! I actually don't know. He's going to attack me, but I thought he was friendly. So, yeah, I don't know how many people are in here. I know that people are in here. If nobody was playing, there wouldn't be any... I'd never see other players and stuff. Oh, guys. They are wearing pumpkin heads. This might be the new Nightmare stuff. Do you like this music? Isn't this music amazing? Rotting pumpkin. Oh, I just caused some sort of fog. Look at them! They're like smiling! Oh my goodness. Oh, what is it? What was it you were saying to bring up the nearby players? Hit 0 on the number pad to bring up nearby players. Okay, there won't be any nearby in here. Because I'm like in an instance that I got dragged into that's it's different. Right, oh, I gotta heal myself here. Oh, I'm actually getting beat up a bit. Try and heal her up. She's getting attacked quite a bit. Oh, I got a repair kit. Nice. Uh-oh. Traveler, you dumbass? He ran through my fire. He died. Probably gonna get like some negative karma shit for that. He has 1 gold on him. I guess I'll take it. Yeah, this is free to play. I think exclamation point SOTA. Does that work? In chat? Alright, let's go see what else is up in here. Because maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be a nightmare up in here. Nightmare, though, I probably wouldn't be able to beat it on my own. I'd probably have to have help. Well. again. Yeah, actually, you don't have to buy the game anymore, but you can buy episode 2, which you can get from us from our store. And then that will give you access to the new content coming out and stuff. You probably would eventually get access to it anyway, but it would just take a long time. These little pumpkin head guys, I keep wondering if I'm gonna like get a pumpkin head off of killing them. Rusty chainmail boots from Mr. Pumpkinhead. And these seem to be... these... Oh god, is it making me puke? Well, these guys seem to be pretty easy so far. I don't see... kind of looking to see if there's some extra spawn somewhere, stuff, or... Let's see what we can rile up here. Come on, keep with me. I think we can do better than just one. There's 2. Oh. Alright, 3. Oh, and the other guy ran back. Alright. Alright. Well, I don't think there's going to be too much more in here. Sit on out. Seems like the gold rate drop rate's a lot higher than before. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, I'm rich just because I've sold some stuff in the game. You know. So, but that's just because I, let's see if I can get my bearings here. I've been playing the game a long time, and I had some items that were very rare, and I sold one item for 2 million gold. There's another traveler. I think we're gonna bypass him. Isn't this music amazing? People who are fans of the game, that are professional musicians, did the music for the game. And they did it for free. Take care, Kondar. This town right here, Spite. I don't know, do I want to take you into there? It's a really cool town. Yeah, let's go in there and then we'll go back out and then we'll head over to another place. I had the music kind of turned up kind of high because it's just really good. This game is very community driven. New location discovered, Spite. Pff, I've been here before. Now, they've got windmills, which I find offensive, but each town has kind of its own music and everything. Its own theme. One of those fields here. I could probably go through and I don't know if there's... Maybe this is harvestable. Sometimes it is. And here's a lamplighter. Now, I'll tell you about the detail in this game. This guy, if we follow him around, and we will find him at dusk going around and lighting the lamps, and at dawn going around and turning them off. Yes, Shooter Jennings did the death music. No, I'm not gonna demo the death music for you. Great idea there, Sean. No. Yeah. I can tell you that, so Shooter Jennings is the son of Waylon Jennings, who's a very famous country musician, singer here in the United States. And he also plays country music, and he's also a musician and everything. And so he also plays the game. And he invited myself and a few other people out to see one of his concerts. And we went out, had a good time at his concert. He had us go backstage and broke out the moonshine, and we all drank moonshine together. It was awesome. Everything in here is functional. Like, see, I can go into this building. You will not find a building you cannot enter unless it is like it's locked because of a reason that they don't want you in it. Bunk beds. See, every item in here is functional. And like, so can I get back far enough to see myself? I guess not. I guess there's just not enough room to get back far enough to see myself. But anyway, I was laying down there. If somebody else walked in, they would see me laying down there. And I can sit here. I could, you know, says these are private property. The guards could get after me, I think, for taking them, but I could take them. So, Waylon Jennings had the first solo platinum album in country music. I didn't know that. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know Waylon, or I don't know Shooter. Like, he knows who I am and stuff in the game and everything, and but I don't know like him. I don't like know him well enough to like call him up and say, "Hey, let's hang out," or nothing like that. So, but that was a fun time. So, we're playing when teleport to zone scrolls were added. Yes. So, there is some quicker movement stuff to get to other people, everything. And you know, I was telling you everything in here. See, I just turned off the light there now. Oh, I've got my own light on. So, let's see if I... Dismiss that. Is it all dark in here then? Yeah. They'll come back in here and turn the lights on if they're not happy about that. And I can turn this off. The guards will talk to you too. And one of the interesting things is some of them are conversational. Oh, you bet if I invited him to the show to talk about music for the game, he would? He probably would. Haha! Look at my torch! Yeah, he probably would come on the show. I wonder if he's ever in town. You remember how I did the show with Piano Impro Man from Twitch? He's a Juilliard. He was a Juilliard teacher, and he's an amazing musician. He's not the best singer, but he knows how to sing, if that makes sense. He knows how to write songs and everything. And had him on the show, and he did all the music for an episode we did. It was really cool. So, and Shooter Jennings actually did a concert in the game that was free for anybody. He actually had his character playing in the game, and they piped in the music of him really playing and everything. And I think he debuted his last album here in the game for a dance party in the game. So, yeah, pretty incredible stuff. These are all player-owned houses here. That's an inn where people can rent rooms and everything. You can actually be an inn owner and you can rent rooms to people. And if this is in use, it looks like it's not really in use. But yeah, so you could rent out this room to somebody. Maybe it is. So there's somebody's storage chest. Oh, what? And there's all this stuff in there? Now wait a second. Oh, I can see what all is in there. I can't really take anything, can I? Do not have permission. All right. So there's a bunch of stuff in here. I was about to be like, ooh, free stuff. This is a little bit different than Eve. You will find that it frowned upon taking advantage of people's mistakes in this game. So... yeah, they definitely have a different look on it than Eve does. Eve is like, oh, you got over on him? Good for you. And in here, the devs will be like, did you really need to do that? Couldn't you be a little bit nicer? Yeah. And this guy has some interesting statues. He's placed a whole bunch of statues out here. Different things. I wonder what his house looks like inside, if it's unlocked. It is. Whoa! Look at that pile of gold. Holy cow. This guy's rich. Wow. Like, look at that picture up there. Two rabbit men, and he's like slitting his throat or whatever. A lot of these are player-made items too. This is this Novia painting is one of the really rare ones. That painting sells for like $200 cash if you find somebody selling one.
Hail to the Dragon King, baby.
PJ Slim, 51 months as a sub. Nice. 2,040 gold to everybody here in your honor. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm not going to go explore the rest of his house. And for those of you that like to grow stuff, here's a nice little farm. And this is, this right here, this greenhouse. It's growing onions or something, garlic. You build one of these greenhouses and you can grow stuff at 2 times the rate. Alright. I don't know where I'm at. So here's the center of town here. I want to look at getting back out of here. Oh, and there's ships. Gosh, I don't know when we're going to be able to go sailing, but that's something I want to see. I know the devs want to do it too, but can you imagine living on a ship like this? One of those is a houseboat, but look at this other one. This is it a galleon? Is that what it's called? I don't know if I can get up into it. I'll try. Depends on if the owner allows access into it or not. Well, I guess so. All right. Well, he's not decorated nothing. Well, this is kind of disappointing. But it's got several rooms here. Can you imagine, you know, just living in a ship? I would love to live in a ship. I would absolutely love it. So I think that would be very awesome. Like there's a player's house up next to this waterfall and everything. Oh, and there's a dungeon over there. I can't remember what the requirements are to get in that dungeon. I think you have to be in a party or something. I don't remember, and I know it's extremely tough. I don't know that I could even do it. I wonder how the fishing is out here. Caught a minnow. Let's throw one more cast out here. I love my fishing. Music needs more bagpipes and cowbell. Well, you're in luck there, Tanker. There is some of that in here. If it comes up. It depends. Depends on what music sets are set for the different towns and stuff. Nothing caught. So there's a ferryman here. Let's see where he takes us. My services are only for the dead. You are not dead. All right. Fine. Seeing like that's an NPC running around. He's doing something. Alright, let's go back out to Novia. All of the NPCs in here have some sort of functions and they have a job. So, Elad's Lighthouse music would be great. Yeah, I'm just going to have to ban you right now, Tanker. You have that Airwolf theme song that I just love. You know, and that's another thing you can play. People can play music in here. I've had to So I do have instruments turned on. I have radio turned off. There are radios in here, and there is a UO radio station. I think we need to turn the music down a little bit. There is a UO radio station that you can play on the radios in here. If you need a radio, we actually sell them in our store on the Trusted Trader part. And there's headsets, there's radios that'll stand in your house and everything, and there's concert radios that have these big speaker horn things. And and then you can tune in to the different radio stations. It is possible to even do your own radio station if you wanted, if you're really into that. But they use those in the dance parties and stuff too, so everybody can hear. All right, I think it's up over here that there's a dungeon in here. It's only level 3, huh? Graph gem mines. Yeah, well, let's go in there. So this is a mine, which is also kind of like a dungeon. It's not exactly a dungeon, but it's a mine. And the primary stuff that's mined in here is gems. So the Radio Britannica, yeah, okay. But I have that stuff turned off because that'll get me copyright claims. A couple of merchants here at the beginning, right? Okay, so what is that? Granite. See if I can find my way around to the mine that's in here. Oh. Oh. Yeah, okay. Here's a gem. This be it already? No. Guess not. I don't know where it is in here. I know it's in here somewhere. Right, I think that's the entrance down there. My mouse. Damn it. There we go. I'm having a little bit of trouble seeing my mouse. What's the problem you have at higher resolutions, you know? Alright. Wiped all of them out. Now, if you weren't really strong enough to fight them, you just keep running on the way through or something. Oh, this is not the entrance to the mine, is it? Oh, I thought it was. Or is it? Nope. Alright. See what's through here. There it is. Oh, looks like I found more trouble. Okay, well, let's just keep running on through. I don't need to beat them all up. Oh yeah, this is Shroud. It doesn't automatically update on Twitch when I switch subjects. All right. Now in here, it's very like traditional dungeon. More kobold. So they may start coming after me here. Should be able to handle them for the most part. Even though they're green to me, which means I can handle them, you get too many of them on you, and it'll be a problem. Some places become extremely competitive or repetitive. It can be. You know, it's being very sandboxy. Do what you want. But if you're trying to get gems or whatnot, you might find it repetitive coming in here to get gems all the time. I don't know. Just thought. The bank in here is central. So when you put stuff in the bank here, you can access it on the other side of the world. Didn't used to be that way, but it is that way now. Shock monkey. And something in my armor is this shock monkey guy. Something in my armor here is getting low durability, according to the thing. So I don't know what it is. look on here. This one. Cotton Founder Heldry. All right. Yep. So, actually, did I see a tailor kit in my inventory? I know I got a repair kit. Blacksmith and tool. Alright, so I don't have one for tailoring. To fix that, it's okay, it won't break on me while I'm in here. Does this game still have a player base? I've been seeing players around in here. I don't know if there's anyone in the mine here with me. Oh, it says I'm in here in private. So, maybe it's just me in here. But the game is still going. So, yeah, do most people not use Steam to play this game? Correct. Most people do not use Steam to play this game. Steam was added only a while ago. So, most people use a direct client. Yeah, I should be able to get down into lower areas here where there's more gems. I'll leave all this ore alone. Let's see if I can just get a move on down here. Get down to the gem area. I think I just keep following these railroad tracks if I remember correctly. Yeah. So, you know, look at this. Uh-oh. Alright, take care of him. Alright, we got a lot of stuff on me here. Oh, she's dead. Oh my goodness. You too. He's stunning me. Okay. Uh-oh. I don't want to play the death music here. I am so screwed. Alright, maybe I got in over my head a little bit there. They provide a real-time player count. I've never seen one for the game. And I can't tell you what percentage use Steam. It's probably at least in the double digits, but I don't know how many do. Okay, so I would say that I nearly died there. Now, death is pretty much an inconvenience here. You don't lose everything like you do in Eve. There's a little... You can take some losses in some instances, but primarily it's not that way. Alright, I survived. Bacon in my pockets again. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I wanted to go down in there and do stuff, and they were all green to me, but I got overwhelmed. This is only a level 3 area. There's up to like level 8, something like that now. Most of the places top out around level 5, but there's some stuff that has some higher end stuff in it as well. So, all right, I'm going to recall out of here. I probably should get some more recall scrolls. I head back toward my house. I had to figure out getting some repairs. Started playing this game this summer. Fun game, easy to learn. Well, it's not as easy to learn as it might think. Hard to master. Yeah, okay. There you go. It's easy to get into, but it'd be hard to master. You're right. So, yeah. All right. I need to fix some of my armor here. Let's open my bank box. I have another recall scroll. I thought that I only had one. Oh, you know what? That was probably... Let's see here. Let's look in here. One in there. We'll put this other one. I probably picked up a couple of them in there. So let's look for repair. Tailoring. Yeah, I think I only need one. I don't know. I don't do this very often. What is it? This needs to be repaired. And I think use item, drag onto the item that you want to repair. Select repair kit. Yes. There, now we're up to 49 of 70. Okay. There's some other types of repairs that can be done, because it can be a max of 95. And some other stuff can be done to raise the max back up to 95. Every time I repair, that may come down. But a true craftsman can bring it up, or I think you can apply a kodo to it or something like that as well. And I may as well get rid of all of this extra stuff I picked up. Picked up a lot of stuff, and what I'll do is just stack stuff up, and later on I'll end up going through it, and I'll sell some stuff off to the appropriate NPCs, and some other stuff I'll I'll use for building things or whatnot. I'll use I'll end up using up the reagents, and I'll end up using up the ore and stuff like this. Like, I don't know what ore I have. Well, apparently I have a bunch and they're not stacked. We are, by the way, I think we're buying some ore in our store. I think we're running low. I don't know what we're paying currently. But, yeah, ore and ingots. There's a house. Has a word ore in it. Store front. I have so much stuff. Oh my god. I have just an amazing amount of stuff. Like, way too much. Okay, I'm glad I got that repaired. By the way, in this town, everyone's named Dave. Yep. This town's quite big, actually. Goes way up over that direction. Can't even see how far it goes. It's way over this direction. Maybe those buildings, it goes a little bit further than those buildings back on the other side. And I have my little spot back here. I know a lot of my neighbors in the game. I don't know all of them. I know a lot of them. Wow, there's a big place back there. I wonder if that's Alex's place. Alexander, my business partner. She has a house in here. That might be her place over there. In here I have, this is a dungeon entrance, and I can say that I haven't done as much with the dungeon as I would like, but I've worked on it a bit, so I enjoy it. Yeah, I want to remind everybody we're giving away a Marquee Dragon mask in the game. They're pretty rare. Exclamation point giveaway, and you can get in on that, and we'll be drawing for that in a little while here. This is my dungeon. So I have I designed this place. You know, it's kind of like, it's a little bit like Legos or building blocks or whatnot. As you know, I like fishing, and so I have this room in here, ice fishing, I guess. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been in here. Yeah, oh, look at that. They've done some changes in here. So this is ice. Oh, I got rid of all my worms. No! I wanted to fish in there. Gosh darn it. I accidentally put all my worms in the bank. All right. People rented your room knew me? Yeah, I'm sure everybody knows me in the game. So, yeah, I've been here from the beginning, so I actually took a meeting in 2011 with Richard Garriott about the game. Or actually, he asked me to, I don't know. We had drinks and talked about the game and the name of the game and everything. So, Met him in Seattle for that. All right, so those are a couple of fishing spots I built, and then I've got this stuff in here, which is, you can see here I've got liches in there, and they're I don't remember how badass they are. Huh. Oh yeah, well they're yellow to me, so they're a little bit badass. Oh, and there's multiples. I don't know. Will I be able to do this? Oh, they're stunning me. Okay, get out of dodge. Get out of dodge. Yeah, my own dungeon, they're killing me. Are they? Oh, they're following me out. So they're kind of kicking my butt a little bit. Doing okay now. I had like 3 or 4 of them on me in there earlier, which was a problem. Alright, got some lich essence. Nice! That lich essence is needed for building more dungeon parts. Now that dungeon goes way in there and goes over to another part. And there's some other stuff. There's a cathedral in there and everything. So it's pretty cool. I feel like though I should have been, maybe I should be switching off of Magery and going over with my bludgeoning stuff against these guys. I might do a little bit better. But anyway, all right, we're gonna do this draw. And I'll end up working on my dungeon stuff more later. All right. Let's see here. Now, hopefully the person who wins actually put in their actual game name in the game. And this is for Marquee Dragon Mask. I'll put one on. You can see it. Because if you didn't use your actual game name, then delivery's not going to work to you, and then we're going to have to ask you for it. So there it is. There's one of the Marquee Dragon masks. You can only win these. You can't buy them anywhere. I mean, if another player's selling it or whatnot, you can get it, but otherwise, you can only win them. We don't sell them in our store, nothing. In the Kodo store, there is another mask like this, but it's a different color. And it's a gray. So, anyway, the red ones, only way to get them is to win them. So, alright, let's see here. All right. So congratulations to Tony B. You are the winner. I kind of doubt that that's your name in the game. So I think we're going to contact you before we try and deliver that. To make sure that that's your game name. So, all right. Yeah, let's see here. All right, so I think that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow we've got more Eve, and then we've got and then Saturday we have a fleet. So, yeah. All right. So, and Tony B will be contacting you because I don't think that's the name you listed in there, but I don't think that's your name in game. I doubt it is. Anyway. So, thank you everybody for being here. Take care. I will see you all tomorrow.